Hello, BookTube. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and it is Sunday evening. I've still got my church clothes on, and I had thought I was going to film something this afternoon, and the day just got away from me. But here it is, evening time, and I thought I would do just a quick little update about the Amish in April readathon. Now, if you saw my Instagram post for the first day, you might have seen or noticed that I posted that I did not start reading my Amish books on Friday, which was the official first day. I was still trying to finish up some current reads, 2 to be exact, and so on Saturday I did my Friday Reads video, and I talked about the books that I had finished on Friday. So on Saturday, I did start my Amish books, and I have started 4 and finished 1, and so let me tell you about them. Now, the one that I have already finished, I thought I brought it in here. Let's see. Oh, yes, it's right here. No, yes, here it is. Okay, the one I've already finished is The Postcard by Beverly Lewis. I got this as part of the Audible Romance package, and I listened to the full version. I had said that I have abridged versions of the others in the series, but for this one I had the full version, and I didn't even really speed it up, maybe a tiny bit. But I realized that I remembered very little of it. I think I remembered the basic premise of the second book, which I have just started, but this first book I didn't really remember much of the details other than the fact that there was a postcard that someone found in an old piece of furniture, and that was true, but all of the other details surrounding it I did not remember. It is basically about a young Amish woman. She's widowed. She has a young daughter, and her since she's been widowed, she lives with her parents who run an Amish bed and breakfast. So there is a Englisher, a man who is staying there, and he's the one that finds the postcard in an old piece of furniture that's in his room, and he asked the proprietor about it, you know, and she just gets this kind of wild look like, oh my goodness, where did you get that? And she doesn't want to talk about it or anything, and she's really horrified that this postcard has come to light. And so that begins the mystery of the postcard. It's written in, I guess, Pennsylvania Dutch or German. I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember now, but it's written in a foreign language, not in English. So he's able to find someone to translate it, and he starts to unravel this love story of a man who was born Amish, but he was on the verge of deciding that he was not going to stay in the Amish faith, and there's just some scandal, of course, involved in that, and his love interest, and it goes on from there. And it's really a delightful book. So there's the historical portion, and then there's the current portion, because the woman who has the young daughter, ever since she lost her husband, she's been blind, and they can't find any medical evidence of why she should be blind. But that just kind of adds another dynamic to the story. So I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm glad that I listened to the entire thing and not just an abridged version. So now I have started the abridged version of the second book in the series, because that's all I've got available on audio without paying for it. And so I think I remember enough about this one, The Crossroad, that I can go forward with this and just get through the abridged version, kind of remind myself of the story, and then I will go on to Sanctuary. Now, I've only got an abridged version of this, but since I've never read it, I may just try to read it in print, or I don't know what I'll do. I may go ahead and listen to the abridged and then go back and see what I'm missing, but I haven't started it yet. But this one I did start, and I've listened to a few minutes of this just this evening. The other books that I have started, in my car, I started Murder Plain and Simple, and I'm listening to it on audio CD. I've gotten to around page 42, and I think that's about, I think I'm in chapter 5, and they've just found the body. So, so that's getting exciting. And of course, the main character, she runs this Amish quilt shop, and the murder victim is found in her shop, which she's just inherited from her aunt, and there is a dispute about who owns the property. And of course, the man who is claiming that he owns the property is the one that she finds dead in her shop. And so therein lies the motive. So that's going to be good, I think. And then I also started in print The Sunroom by Beverly Lewis. This is not technically an Amish book, but it is written about a young girl who lives in Amish country, which I think it may be a little bit autobiographical for Beverly Lewis, because she grew up in Amish country in a Christian family and is not Amish. And I think that even though the names are changed, if I recall from just reading a little bit about it, that this is semi-autobiographical. I started this last night. If you saw my Instagram post, my husband and Emily went to Emily's prom. Now, she is special needs. She has autism and epilepsy, and she goes to an all special needs school. It's called a center school, and there's 3 schools like that in our county, and they go in together for graduations and proms and things like that. So they can bring a guest, and I'm sure a lot of them do, but they're required to come with a parent. So it doesn't have to be both or anything. As long as they bring, as long as a parent brings them, then that's good. So I decided last year, because all the high schoolers from all the center schools are eligible to go to the prom, and I decided last year that I wasn't going to try to go, even though I could go. You can take both your parents, but I went with Emily. Her middle school had kind of an end of the year sort of a prom type party, and I went with her to all of those and helped chaperone and all that. So I figured high school, Randy can have high school and he can take her, and it's a fun kind of a father-daughter thing. We had a fun time getting ready. We kind of waited till the last minute, and I took Emily dress shopping yesterday, and we actually found that dress at a thrift store. Then we got home, hurried home, and Katie helped. Katie did her makeup, and it was a fun little whirlwind getting ready and all that. So it was fun. So thank you for all of you who have commented to my Instagram post. If you haven't, and you don't follow me on Instagram, and you want to see what I'm talking about, down below and this video and all videos, I have the links to my Goodreads, Twitter, and Instagram. So be sure to follow me on there if you'd like. And I've also been posting for Amish in April. So anyway, back to that now. So while Randy and Emily went to the prom, then Katie and I went to Denny's. And so I figured it'd be a good chance for us to talk and chat, and we did. But there was a little time when she was on her phone, and I thought, well, I'm just going to pull my book out of my purse. I had taken this little book, and I got started on it, and I read 2 chapters, I think. Yeah, I read 2 chapters. So that was fun. I got a little bit of a start in it, and I will probably read some more at bedtime tonight. So I think that's all I've started. I don't know how much I'll finish, and I probably won't do an update video tomorrow or Tuesday, but I will try to come back with an update on Wednesday, and then on Friday give you a wrap-up. So if you are a booktuber and you are participating, then I hope you will do a video as well. And I wanted to also let you know that I finally got my brand new Goodreads group up and running today. It is called Lizzie Faye's Comfy Corner, and we are facilitating the Amish in April on the Goodreads group. So there are threads for the challenges and everything, and also just a place to introduce yourself. Of course, it's going to be for a lot more than just the Amish in April readathon. That just happens to be what is going on right now. But I have a separate folder for introductions, so even if you're not doing Amish in April, then be sure to go on and introduce yourself. I hope you will join. And this is not going to be a book club per se. I'm not going to pick a book and say, okay, this is what we're all going to read, because there are so many of those type of book clubs going on right now, and I don't want to add anything else, any kind of pressure to your already busy schedule. So this is just simply going to be a place where I can start threads, discussion threads for the comfy, feel-good books and book series that I have read or am reading or plan to read, and chat about them there, and open up a forum for you to chat about them as well. So occasionally we might do a read-along or something. I am thinking about doing a read-along for the Cape Light series, but again, there's no pressure to read anything at any certain point. totally up to you. You know, you can, if I'm reading something this year and 5 years from now, you finally get around to reading that, you can go on in 5 years and chat about that book, and I'll come back on and I'll talk about it with you if I remember it still. So that's all it's going to be. It's just a place to chat about the really awesome, feel-good, comfort reads that I love so much, and I know a lot of you do as well. So that is up and running. There'll be a link down below for that as well. I have already invited everybody who I'm Goodreads friends with. So if you didn't get an invite on Goodreads, then it just means that we are not Goodreads friends, and we should be. So be sure that you click on the Goodreads link down below, and then you'll be able to, you know, friend me and all that stuff. So that's it, I guess, for this video. I am also going to film a tag video, which I will put up Tuesday for Tag Tuesday. And then I'll try to come back Wednesday and give you an update on what I'm reading. So that's all for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.